that we're looking at some really difficult patterning that happens in human beings around what is often called borderline personality disorder. That's kind of the basis where it starts, but there's a particular way that that patterning locks in and creates a lot of difficulty for people. Now, we work with people who are interacting with folks that have this kind of patterning. Carl and I developed this course after a few years of talking and realizing that a whole lot of the pain that we encounter in our clients has to do with some kind of the effect of that, whether people were brought up in those kinds of homes, if they had it at work, just some of the things that happen in the world. So it's looking at those patterns beginning through an NLP and transformational NLP lens, being able to understand, to spot it, to be able to notice it, and it's got some really particular things that are different than what our normal interactions with people are. To be able to understand what that is and how that impacts us when we are at the mercy of it or involved in it or participating with it. So it's about how that happens and how to kind of step out of the difficulties that are caused by that pattern, which we kind of call it like being in there's a certain kind of trance that people get into, and it's how to kind of step out of that trance. So the first weekend's a lot of information where people are smacking their heads and it's difficult. And the second weekend, we add more onto that, and then we do a little bit of some change patterning, some that does not require NLP skills, to be able to have the experience of ourselves not under that influence, and to be able to find a way to move into a place where we're not under that influence when we find ourselves back under that influence. So it's a really difficult course in a lot of ways, and it is one we consider to be incredibly useful and almost a prerequisite for being able to work with people.